Hi, I'm Erika, and this is my son Lukas, and this is our dog Gidget. We are here with Roger today to share her story of being lost in the Maine woods this summer for 50 days. First, a little history about Gidget. She was first found in Georgia on a 6 to 8 lane highway in the median and was trapped and rescued successfully in April of this year. And then we saw her on Facebook through a rescue and thought that she was the perfect dog for us and decided to adopt her. So we adopted her on July 6th and we made our way home, and it was a 2-hour drive. And as soon as we got home...
Okay, so I got out of the car. I remember my mom opened the door. We didn't think anything of it, but then she ran out.
I was almost able to step on the leash, and I think that motion of trying to stomp on it just spooked her.
She bolted across our neighbor's yard through their, pine trees and into the woods.
So then Lukas and he was just panicking, saying, Mom, oh no. And I'm like, it's okay. And he's like, it's not okay. And we just started going into the woods and looking. We couldn't hear any sound of her. We were going behind our neighbors' houses. So the first day my mom came to help me search in the woods, and I was just frantic and distraught and sobbing. Why is this happening? But after that day, I just went into action mode and said, what can I do today? I know from past experience that Maine Lost Dog Recovery is a valuable resource because social media is the best way to get the news out there. One of the things that Maine Lost Dog Recovery also did is create a lost poster for her. So we quickly, that very first day, printed 10 posters, 10 flyers. From there, I think we ended up putting up about 100 posters in total, but the first day we had 10 up, just hoping that someone would see her. A week after she disappeared, we had had no sightings, nothing, and I started getting worried, really worried. I hadn't been worried enough, but we contacted a local lost pet tracking dog company. So they came a week after she went missing and gave us our first lead of an area that she had made it to. She was not at all hiding nearby. She had made it at least 2 miles. She was already a survivor. She had already overcome being on a highway and being rescued. I just couldn't give up on her. The day that we found her, I said, remember, I'm your mama, and mamas don't give up on their babies. And I just couldn't give up on her. I'll have to admit, and I was fully aware that people probably thought I was crazy. I kept showing up at some people's houses several times. As soon as I said she'd been missing for a month, people kind of looked at me like, why are you even trying? And in fact, one day I remember being at your house with one of the dog trackers, and up on the second floor, I see your wife saying, hello, excuse me. And I said, oh, hi, sorry, just me again. We're here with a dog tracker and they smell her in your yard. But there I was again, showing up, looking for this girl. Everybody was so amazingly helpful. There was not one neighbor who turned us away. There was not one person that wasn't willing to look for her and let us use their property to search or put a camera up.
I'm more of a realist, and once we had stopped receiving regular sightings of her, and once people had stopped, communicating on Facebook with Erika that we may have seen her, I sort of gave up hope because it'd been a certain amount of time and nothing.
I told Lukas, if nothing else comes from this experience, knowing that we are so supported and cared for and in this great community is the greatest lesson we can take from it. In the end, we ended up dog tracking 3 different times with 2 different companies, and then also we used 2 different thermal drone pilots at 2 different times. After that, things just got quiet. The whole month of August, nothing. No sightings, no signs of her, and everything just felt like maybe she wasn't out there anymore. Finally, on August 24th, at about 7:30 p.m., I get a text from somebody who runs the local Facebook page for our community saying there was a possible sighting of Gidget, and I wanted to make sure the woman who may have info has contacted you. And I got back in touch with this woman, and she told me that her boyfriend and her son have are local hunters, and they have some game cameras, and that for the past 3 weeks, they had been seeing a dog come to their bait station and eat from it. And at that point, she said, I'm not sure it's your dog. I don't want to get your hopes up. There's something white on its head. So I don't know if it's her, but you can come look at the footage if you want. And Lukas and I just jumped in the car and raced over there as fast as we could. And as soon as we saw the video, it was a little unclear, but we were about 80 to 90% sure it was her. This is now day 49 or 50. This was 7 weeks to the day of her escaping, 7 weeks to the day. So she just walked right into the trap, and the pet tracker called me and said, she's in, and Lukas and I just got in the car and bolted over there.
Oh, Gidget girl, it's okay, baby. We love you and we don't even know you yet, but we found you, baby. We got you.
She really is a miracle dog. Not only did she survive once in Georgia, but up here in Maine for 50 days. She had only lost a couple pounds, so she clearly found ways to survive. Yeah, Lukas and I, it was really a hard summer. We learned a lot of lessons. He didn't want to give up hope, but he was kind of being more realistic, and I wanted to keep going. But we definitely bonded over this experience, and we met so many new friends and amazing people. And the biggest takeaway that Lukas learned is that, you know, never give up hope, and that there can be happy endings. I am so incredibly proud of this kid. He spent his whole summer following me into woods, putting up signs, going to doors, and he never gave up either.
But most of the credit goes to her.
In the end, it was totally worth it.
Oh, Gidget girl, it's okay, baby. We love you and we don't even know you yet.